Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll find Metcalf. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And with this offense, what about DJ Fluker?
Came out of Alabama, could play tackle, could play guard. He's so big, Brandon, I think he plays both at the same time.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Now the starters on the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? From the 29, Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 99. Check 99.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
On 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's caught. This is White. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
58, right there. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Get ready. Get ready.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Watson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Back to throw, Watson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To the air yet again, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. That time, a 9-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Look at the starters defensively for the Dolphins. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Let's get it. Tight end right. 4 down, check, 4 down.
Jackson now, throwing on 3rd and long. It's complete, James White. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Hey, check. 3 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Watson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. To throw is Watson.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there, the line is...
Oh, pressure comes, and the Dolphins block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. as his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
And the Ravens taking the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And an alley to run. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get him the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Reset. 19. 59. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Let's go.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Watson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. On second down now, Chaney trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing on third down, Watson. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
A throw out wide to QT, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kiki QT, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Brown. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, he's got White here. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They go with White on the counter. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
On 2nd down, it's Gill. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jerry Tillery, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
On first down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Faking the give, now Watson. And this one's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and it'll bring up third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the draw play. This is White. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete to White. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Last stop. Single. I single the slot.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the 3 points here, there's still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A very solid gain of 27. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Third and long, it's Watson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Big hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
All you got is a headache. You go tight. You got tight.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
We're set. 19. 58 the mic. Yeah. Showing it.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Opting to run again here with White. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you can just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
In the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They'll run on first down. Gill able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. Jackson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught. This is White. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Right there. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A shotgun snap for Watson. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 2nd down now, it's Lee, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. On second down, it's Lee. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Watson. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 41, Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
This deep.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Watson off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Watson, throwing on 3rd and long. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Passer, defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
53 is the mic. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. He's checking. Crash.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the dump-off. It's 2nd down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That's Ronnie Stanley, former top 10 pick from Notre Dame. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now Jackson rolling to his right. He'll run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now it's Watson. Complete out right to Jake Butt. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Dolphins, the win for them is number 6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.